How about you slide that over to me?
I'm begging you. It's been days since I ate.
Yes, a cookie. Bring us a cookie.
Episode 5 was something else. We were completely away from Montana, watching Alex's struggles and getting hints about the many challenges Tiana will face. On the other hand, Spencer finally runs into Mamie, thank God. With just 3 episodes left, I believe episode 6 will be the one where things start to go downhill. So, let's dive into what might happen, shall we? Titled The Mountain Teeth of Monsters, the synopsis for episode 6 states, the Duttons receive good news. Alexandra catches a lucky break during her journey. Tiana reunites with a face from her past. Sounds straightforward, but let's break it all down. The Duttons receive good news. In episode 5, Spencer finally meets Mamie while on the brink of death. Thanks to Marshall Kent and Father Renault, she no longer trusts anyone from Montana. So, she decides to call the Bozeman sheriff, only to learn that Spencer unknowingly earned a Congressional Medal of Honor. As a result, she now owes him a train ticket. Spencer, meanwhile, has his own tense exchange with the sheriff, who warns him not to return to Montana if he's just going to start a war. But Spencer is undeterred. He tells the sheriff to let Kara know he's coming home. By the end of the episode, he finally boards a train bound for Montana. But will he actually make it? We'll get to that, but first, what's happening in Montana? Things are escalating, and the Duttons are still waiting for Spencer's return, which feels a bit odd. I mean, sure, Spencer is a war hero, but can he really save the ranch on his own? I have my doubts. In episode 6, we'll see Sheriff McDowell visiting the Dutton Ranch to inform Kara and Jacob that Spencer is on his way. I expect some serious tension between McDowell and Jacob, especially since in the season 2 trailer, we see McDowell telling Jacob he's trying to prevent a war. He also warned Spencer about it. He wants peace. But let's be real, peace is never an option in the Yellowstone universe. And 1923 won't be any different. McDowell might try to keep things peaceful, but at the end of the day, I believe he'll side with the Duttons. He's been a loyal friend so far, and I don't see him switching sides. But what do you think? As for Spencer, I believe he'll face some obstacles on the train, because let's be honest, the guy can't catch a break. That being said, I expect his screen time to be somewhat limited. Do you think we'll see him arriving in Montana by the end of the episode? I hope so, but considering Alex's train was canceled due to winter, it might be unlikely. What do you think? Alex catches a lucky break. Alex's misery is finally ending. Well, sort of. In episode 5, she goes through hell. She is assaulted, arrested, nearly loses all her belongings to a woman she's traveling with, and then her train is canceled. But she also gets lucky. She meets a British couple, Hillary and Paul, who become her unexpected saviors. When she breaks down after learning about the train cancellation, Paul and Hillary invite her to their home in Winnetka, a suburb of Chicago. Considering that Alex is pregnant, broke, and traumatized, staying in Winnetka might be a great experience for her. But here's the thing, can we really trust anyone who isn't a Dutton? Well, except Jamie Dutton, obviously. So I can't help but wonder if this couple is hiding something. I trust Hillary. She's the one insisting on helping Alex, but I'm not so sure about Paul. What if he's somehow connected to Whitfield? What if he contacts Alex's parents? I don't know, something feels off. I have a feeling that at some point, Alex will have to escape Winnetka. What do you think? Tiana in the face from her past. Father Renault and Marshall Kent are closing in on Tiana. In episode 5, they even run into Pete, Tiana's boyfriend. At one point, Pete goes to search for water. He finds some, but he also finds Renault and Kent. Of course, these men don't know Pete is with Tiana, but they do know she's nearby. And let's not forget, they hate the indigenous people, so this isn't looking good. Things quickly go downhill. As Pete and Kent pull the trigger, the screen goes black, leaving us on the edge of our seats. We hear 2 gunshots, but the question is this: who survives? Given Taylor Sheridan's love for killing off certain characters, especially love interests, I'm putting my money on Pete not making it. Sorry, but I don't think he's going to survive. Here's an interesting parallel. Tiana's journey is starting to resemble Elsa's. Both fell in love for the first time while on the road. Both sought freedom, but found only suffering. But here's the twist. Elsa lost her partner, and she wasn't pregnant. We don't know for sure if Tiana is, but let's not forget her father's words in episode 5. He basically said they're the last ones standing and fighting. That could be a clue. Since we know the Rainwaters will survive into modern times, doesn't that suggest Tiana has to be pregnant? In episode 6, I expect her to find Pete and have an intense confrontation with Renault and Kent. At one point, I thought Spencer would be the one to save her, but now it feels like Mamie might step in, or maybe Tiana will manage to save herself. What do you think? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And when you're done, go ahead and watch this video next.